What's up, guys? Chris here from Third Person. Welcome to a possible new series we're calling Are You Watching? This is where we like to talk about TV shows that we aren't talking about on any of our other shows, but we'd like to share our thoughts on them and get your opinion on them too. This episode, I want to talk about a new Netflix series called Ozark, starring Jason Bateman and Laura Linney, with other supporting roles played by a bunch of other people that you may or may not know. Jason Bateman, who you might know from the show Arrested Development, the Horrible Bosses movies, and of course Teen Wolf 2, plays a financial advisor who also happens to launder money for a Mexican drug cartel. In the first episode, the cartel finds out that something shady is going down, and Bateman's handler shows up to handle the situation, thus forcing Bateman and his family to go on the run. They head to a place in the Missouri Ozarks, and that's where all the fun begins. Okay, well, not really fun, but there's a lot of crazy things that go down. This show is a crime drama, but Jason Bateman, being a predominantly comedy kind of guy, definitely lends some comedy to the situation. Just him being there, or just seeing his face in certain scenes, or the way he's delivering lines, definitely brings that comedy. The show has thrills, it has suspense, there's also some heartfelt family stuff going on in there, and it's just a really, really interesting show. It's one of those shows where just when you think things are going to be okay and everything's going to work out, something else goes down. Then something else happens on top of that, and then Bateman's character Marty has to juggle all these things while constantly trying to keep his family alive. And not only that, trying to keep other people alive, and while doing that, try to continue to do his job for his cartel boss. The show is also really interesting in the way that information is presented to you through editing and pacing. For example, sometimes the dialogue at the end of an episode will be the very beginning scene of the next episode. There's also some flashback stuff, and just the way the information is presented, it's concise and it's not confusing, but it's also done in a non-linear way sometimes, and that's also fun too. One of the biggest things for me watching this show was the money laundering aspect of it. The way Marty figures out how to clean a certain amount of money is just really, really cool. And also how he has to manage it, trying to find new businesses to launder the money through. It kind of blew my mind. It was really interesting. It had me Google searching money laundering, which will probably get me in trouble with the authorities soon. So, wish me luck on that. Another thing that's refreshing about this series is the honesty in the show, meaning characters are doing something secret, but they actually tell other characters that they're doing it. Or they tell other characters that another set of characters is doing something secret. So things don't really stay secret for all that long, and that just happens to be really refreshing to me. These characters are also compelling and don't really stray from who they are after being presented to us, which is great when seeing these characters react in particular situations. Character motivations, those are pretty much on point too. So many TV shows lately have smart characters doing dumb things. That just isn't the case here, making binge watching this series enjoyable instead of a bloody chore. So that's going to do it for this particular episode of Are You Watching? Featuring Netflix series Ozark, starring Jason Bateman. You got to check this series out. I didn't want to give away too much. I hope I explained it well enough that it'll interest you. I've been showing the trailers about this whole thing, so hopefully it looks cool to you. That's what drew me, and not only Jason Bateman, but the fact that it was a Netflix show and it just looked really, really cool. You read the synopsis, you're like, oh, it's a crime type of thing. That's pretty interesting and something different for Jason Bateman. That's not necessarily a comedy. So guys, check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments. Once again, thank you everybody for your support, and I look forward to seeing what you guys think about Ozark.